Hi guys, Lizelle and Raven here, and while I'm having my blue spirulina smoothie, I'm going to talk to you about reactivity. If my mouth's a bit blue, it's the smoothie, I swear. It's nothing else to be concerned about. Alright, so I don't know if you guys knew about my German Shepherd Kaz, but she died last year at age 9, and she was an extremely reactive dog. And it's funny because a lot of German Shepherds are actually quite reactive. Now, I've done some soul searching research, talking to other dog trainers and so on and so forth. Raven's got her head on the table, that's quite cute. About theories on this and ways to overcome this. And one of the things that we've decided and concluded, and this theory seems to be accurate because of the success I'm having with this strategy, is that you have to understand why the German Shepherds or many dogs are reactive. And it often comes down to a conflict in their personality. Now, I generally call them accountant CEOs, right? So CEOs are usually often have a driver personality type. So they're not into the fluffy stuff, they just want to get stuff done. Whereas your accountants want to stick with rules and processes and procedures. Once they know the rules, they'll stick to it. They're very pedantic about sticking to the doing things correctly, the process. Now, I find that German Shepherds are very much like this in general. There's the ones that don't fit the mold, but generally this is what they're bred for. So if we think about it, German Shepherds were bred to be like an invisible fence and run around and keep the stock together back in Germany. So Raven, you're going to stay on that chair and that's it. So I'm holding Raven back here because she's going to get up to mischief if she gets off the chair. So this is really something to keep in mind when it comes to your dog, your German Shepherd, is their personality type. So let's imagine this way. Let's talk about it this way. So the top 5 companies in your country. I dare you to, without a word, go up to each of the accountants and the CEOs of each of those companies and hug them. Just run up to them and hug them. I can assure you that you might get abused. Especially the accountants aren't the huggy type. First of all, that you haven't said why you're hugging them. Secondly, these people don't necessarily want you in their space. You haven't observed the proper protocols. You haven't said, oh, I'm doing this as a challenge, or whatever the reason is for you hugging. Oh, I just feel like a hug. Would you like to hug me? And they have a right to say no, but somehow we seem to feel that dogs don't have this right. So let's think about it from a dog's perspective. You've taken your German Shepherd to the beach, and there's a lovable lab who are like salespeople and don't observe any rules, and like they think they can go up to her and hug everyone. We all know salespeople, and they think that they can go up and get into your German Shepherd's face, and your German Shepherd has got no other way to deal with it than say, no, get away. All right, so that is why your German Shepherd is reactive. Your German Shepherd hasn't had an opportunity to suss the situation out. The lab hasn't observed, and I'm just picking these breeds because they're stereotypical, but this is generally, it could be any breed, it could be any dog, it's just generally why this works. So if German Shepherds sort of get an early intervention and get an opportunity to make sure that they can suss things out properly, then they often become more social. But many German Shepherds don't have this opportunity, and then they become more and more reactive because, well, we don't give them any other options, do we? And then the owners of the lovable lab go, oh, you really shouldn't have an aggressive dog in here, but it's like, hello, your dog's trying to get in my dog's face without even saying why or anything, or hi or bye or hey, let's play. And oftentimes this happens with the loose dog rushing into the other dog's space. And I often demonstrate this to clients, especially clients who have super social dogs, is I'll say, now, be ready. And I'll go stand a little ways away, and then I'll run up to them and I'll stop right in front of them. And that's scary. You should try that. And just see how that makes you feel. So when it comes to German Shepherds, they're reactive for a reason. They're reactive because they haven't had an opportunity to suss the situation out. They often reactive because we're overloading them with information without them having a time or an opportunity to process. Now, the thing that seems to be quite popular at the moment is getting the dog's attention on you. Well, I actually found that this backfires because this actually doesn't help the dog learn to cope with the thing that they're stressed out about. They actually need time to observe that thing in a calm manner so that they can see that that's actually, so that they've got time to make their own mind up about the situation. Anyway, that is my take on reactivity and reactive dogs in German Shepherds in general, or stereotypical. And I hope you enjoyed this video and that this helps you with your dog. Anyway, happy training.